Today on Kump, we're making our Oscar picks, talking Ja Morant, and ranking history's worst dictators. Stay tuned! Hello, and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucy.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Pretty good.
Just pretty good. We have the Oscars coming up in less than a week.
Are you ready?
I am as ready as I'll ever be. I got a lot of opinions. As soon as I see who's nominated, I'm gonna figure out what those opinions are. What was is Ant-Man gonna be? No, right?
No, that's this.
That was too late, right? It missed the mark. Otherwise, it would have been right. The Ant-Man and the Quantumania Wasp, the one with the Kang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With King.
King Kang.
Is that really his name?
No, it's Kang the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror.
I've actually read a few comic books. I'm trying to be too cool for the room here.
Have you read comic books with Kang in them?
Yeah. I thought he was more of a robot, but whatever. I mean, I could have been misreading it. He's from the future. He's like, he seems to be kind of a genius. So I guess it worked. I mean, this guy's doing fine. I don't care. I mean, I'll give him the Academy Award because, I mean, you know, it's basically a paperweight nowadays. What's the difference? What was your favorite movie that you can remember seeing?
Oh, geez.
Don't look at the list yet. We're going to do that in a second.
That I can remember seeing?
Yes.
That makes it so much harder.
I'll pick one. I like The Menu a lot.
The Menu was amazing.
It was Ray Fiennes, and he's just committing murder in a kitchen, and it was a lot of fun.
It's tight as I forget her name, but the Asian woman who's in it is funny.
Yeah.
Like that was a very tight script. That is a well-made movie.
I think the title was horrendous, though.
The Menu? I
think they should have called it Murder Kitchen. murder menu of murder. Give me some check, please. Should call it Check, Please. That's a great title.
I think that title would have been too pithy for what it was.
I love pithy. I want everything I do to be pithy. I'm a pithy boy. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to. That was
All Quiet on the Western Front was pretty good.
Let's take a look at this list here.
Wait, you saw it? Didn't you think All Quiet on the Western Front?
Yeah, but you looked at the list.
No, but I saw it.
I know. I shouldn't have revealed that you looked at the list. I just could tell.
I glanced at the list.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to see it. I was trying to reflect. I
saw that All's Quiet on the Western Front. It wasn't very quiet. It was a lot of just people whining about war. Oh, I'm hungry. Let's steal a goose. Oh, my friend died. What how about take five from the whinging. You know, it's supposed to be the quiet Western Front, not the all is millennial on the Western Front. You know, it felt like watching a bunch of TikTokers go to war. I'm sorry, am I disgracing World War I?
Well, look, it was a very difficult war to fight, and a lot of young men met their end too soon over a war that could have been prevented.
Name the villain of World War I. It makes sense. We're going to be talking about the world's worst dictators, and who are essentially, it's a villain list. Are any of them from World War I?
No, they aren't.
They're not.
No.
I mean, some of them made their bones in World War I guess. They got injured and started their a pamphleteer business.
World War I was one of those things where it was kind of everybody's fault.
Yeah.
Everybody was a little bit to blame.
That's why the movie's blah. It's bleh. Oh, it's like we're sending young people to war. That's it? Yeah, they're young. This whole montage of people, little kids. Not little kids. I mean, they're not 5-year-olds. They're like 16.
No, but they're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and they want to go to war so they can be men and have sex with French women.
Yeah, well, in Vietnam, that's the thing. Vietnam was sad because those guys didn't want to go to war.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
They were like, no, this seems like a real problem. Let's not do this. And we still made them go. And that's why I'll give the Oscar to Ronnie Kovacs, aka Tom Cruise, in Born on the 4th of July, posthumously or whatever. He's not dead, but But I'm not giving anything to this Oscar bait. That's what it is. It's self-indulgent Oscar bait. But let's look at the list. Let's take a look at what they got for us. What we got here? We got actor in a leading role. Austin Butler in Elvis. So that's the guy who played Elvis.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
No.
That guy seems I just don't think I get that he kind of looks like Elvis, but I don't think he was a good selection for Elvis. I didn't see the movie, but I don't think he was good.
I mean, I you know who else looks just like Elvis? That guy from Full House.
Which guy?
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse should have played him.
What was his name?
John Stamos.
John Stamos. That guy is obsessed with Elvis. That guy got onto a network sitcom, and every episode was him just talking about Elvis. So like, you know, he was a problem on set. That wasn't part of the script. He just wouldn't shut up about Elvis, and for years, what did they give him? For his years of Elvis talk, nothing. Anyway.
Yeah, don't tell me he was too old either. They could have de-aged him.
He looks like he's 19. He's a Greek god. I hope he's not a sex offender or anything. He's cool, right?
I think so.
Yeah, good. Colin Farrell in the Banshees of Inisherin.
He was very good.
He was great. Look, Colin Farrell gets a lot of crap because, or does he? I mean, people don't seem to hate him, but they don't seem to love him either. I like him.
Well, he didn't always he didn't always have that much opportunity to show his acting chops.
Like in Phone Booth? Yeah,
like in Phone Booth, even though I loved Phone Booth when I was 13.
I didn't see Phone Booth. Is there a scene where he's screaming at someone, I'm in a phone booth? You understand? I'm in a phone booth.
That's kind of what it feels like.
Okay, good. Well, then, in that case, I mean, maybe. Brendan Fraser, The Whale.
Yeah, I mean...
This is where he plays the very fat guy, right?
Yeah. I
didn't see it.
I was watching... I actually saw in the cab home, I saw an annoying interview with him and... what's her name? The American Idol. The first American Idol winner.
Katy Perry. No?
No.
I don't know. Adele.
The one that has anyway, the one that has a morning talk show now.
Kelly Ripa.
Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
And she does this fake. I'm so tired. Honestly, I'm already tired of Brendan Fraser's like fake humility. Yeah. I'm so sick of him.
that guy is just like he's on the verge of maybe making a comeback after getting like blacklisted for who God knows what like 20 years ago. And he's just I'm just very happy to let me play this very fat man, this grotesque man. No, he's not grotesque. It's a beautiful story.
He just keeps putting himself down for other people in the movie. He's like, really, the makeup artist who really did the job. It's like,
right.
just he's like thanking everybody in these interviews and just going, oh shucks. He's either such a genuinely sensitive guy that he's gonna like kill himself in a week,
right?
Or he's totally full of shit, and I think it's the latter.
I think he's just happy he doesn't have to sell his house in the Hollywood Hills or wherever.
I think he has money.
From what? With honors 25 years ago? With Joe Pesci? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, the Doom Patrol on HBO Max, I'm sure that paid him something. But, this guy is used to living large. This guy was in Encino Man with Pauly Shore. This guy was in, was he in A Few Good Men? No. School Ties. When you were in School Ties.
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle was a huge hit.
That's true.
That was an era where something like George of the Jungle did really well.
That's just fake ass Tarzan.
I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's high quality.
If that production had any money, they would have licensed to Tarzan. It would have been the same script anyway. They got George of the Jungle, and they probably paid him like $200,000.
That was a money making time when even the ripoffs could do well.
Fair enough. And he was in those mummy movies, which I never saw either. But whatever. He's happy. I'm happy he doesn't have to sell his blood anymore. Paul Mescal in what? I can't read this. Jesus. After Sun? I never heard of this. What does that say?
After Sun.
After Sun. What is After Sun? Guess I'll never know.
A24 movie.
Okay. Bill Nye. Is that the science guy?
Bill Nye.
Oh. I thought it was going to be Bill Nye for... Is Bill Nye a climate denier? I forget. The science guy.
No, he's a climate change supporter.
Oh. Well, that's less interesting. It would have been a much more interesting turnabout if he was like now a climate skeptic. Whatever. So that's going to Colin Farrell, I think, right? Or Paul Mescal, because I've never heard of this movie. So that's very likely. It's either Paul Mescal or they give it to Fraser. Yeah, they should have called that movie Fat Shit. But you think you think going in that you're calling him a fat shit, but it's just a movie about fat shit. Like, oh, how do I get to the store? How do I go to the movies? How do I clean my ass? Fat shit. You know? I'm sure it's fine. We'll watch it on Valentine's Day next year. Actor in a supporting role, Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Also very good.
This is a good film, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned it for Colin Farrell, but we like this movie. It's a weird movie. It's from the guy who made it in Bruges. It's about, I don't even know can you describe what it's about? Basically, Colin Farrell is just this dud of a guy in some Irish island, and then his friend, Brendan Gleeson, stops talking to him. And a whole bunch of hilarity ensues.
And also horror.
Well, yeah, kind of horror. But it's not ghosts. Oh, Judd Hirsch is nominated? I like Judd Hirsch from Taxi.
For The Fabelmans. The autobiographical.
That's the Spielberg thing, right?
Yeah.
Barry Coogan, the guy, the Banshees of Inisherin. Is he the creep from How to Slaughter a Deer or whatever that movie was called?
Yeah, the Killing of the Sacred Deer. That was good.
Yeah.
That also had Colin Farrell.
Ki Wai Guan. Now, is this short round from the Goonies? Was he short round in the Goonies or was he short round in Temple of Doom? Someone told me. Yeah, I think so. So I hope that guy wins because I like that guy.
Yeah, that's him.
That kid was cool. The kid from the Goonies.
Everything Everywhere All at Once got a lot of.
Yeah, I didn't love that movie. That's the movie about the laundromat lady who does The Matrix. I mean, this is what it is, right?
Yeah.
What everyone's telling me, it's a Matrix ripoff. And everyone's telling me this is like, oh, this is such an amazing. We're so used to superhero movies. How is this any different? You got big portals. You got people doing kung fu in space, and some TikTok girl is a wizard, right?
Yeah. Woman, her daughter becomes an evil wizard because her mom calls her fat.
Right. Tell it to Brendan Fraser.
She destroys the universe because her mom calls her fat.
Yeah. I mean, she destroys the universe because her mom calls her fat. Brendan Fraser just keeps eating cookie dough. Or his character, at least. I don't know. What's his name? Is his name actually the whale in that movie? I hope it is. I hope they just call him John Whale.
I don't know. The thing that really turned me off about the idea of that movie was like, I'll watch it at some point.
The fact that Aronofsky hasn't made a good movie since Requiem.
That too.
I'm sorry, The Wrestler was pretty good.
I haven't seen The Wrestler.
But yeah, I saw Pi in the Cinema Arts Center in Huntington, Long Island. I loved Aronofsky for a bit. But these movies, Black Swan, come on.
I like Black Swan.
It's fine. It's ballet. It's nonsense.
But the thing that really turned me off about the idea of that movie is that one of the first things I heard about it was that he's a college professor who keeps his webcam off during Zoom classes or whatever because he's afraid of what the young people will say. And I was like,
what was he saying before the pandemic? I
was like, well, is this guy really? Look, I get it. Anyone, I guess, could have an issue with food or whatever, but this is really not a skill you've developed. You're really that afraid of college kids bullying you?
Seriously. And also, this is a movie that can be solved with a TikTok filter.
Right.
There's people who just do entire personas online with TikTok filters or whatever they call these things. or just wear a ascot so people don't see your triple chin, John Whale. You know, I mean, also it's like, so this is a guy who like basically after a year of the pandemic, or he get that fat during the pandemic.
The backstory is that it's based on a play that was made before the pandemic, but the premise is that he got that fat after his gay lover died. The gay lover who he left his family for.
So he left his family for a gay lover. That's got to be an awkward Thanksgiving. They invite him for Thanksgiving?
Well, yeah, the whole conflict of the movie is that his daughter's mad at him.
Yeah, like they invite him because it's like, all right, like his gay lover died. We should reach it. We'll have him over to the big family Thanksgiving. But then like they get a little drunk and they're like, so how's that gay lover you left me for? And like, it's not nice.
Yeah.
The man's in mourning. But
right.
I mean, the woman's also wounded in their own way. Life is messy, John Whale. You're not, it's not only your story.
But like the trailer just shows him being like, people are so nice. It's like, it's just a bummer of a movie.
Are the people on Grindr that nice to you? Probably not. I mean,
or like, people can't, I wonder if people can't help but care. It's just like the kinds of lines that like just a terrible Brooklyn playwright writes.
Yeah, no, it's if Barry, what's his name, Barton Fink, like was real and made a play.
Yes, and then got super fat.
Yeah, was the playwright fat too?
Wait, no. Now I'm mixing fantasy. Now I'm mixing up fantasy and reality. What is this, an Aronofsky movie?
Oh boy, shots fired. Let's go see Noah, or watch it here.
Okay.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anywhere we can go see Noah at this point.
Actress. Let's see. We got actress Cate Blanchett for Tar. That's basically like Lady Whiplash, I think.
Woman rapist runs an orchestra.
Because she's a rapist?
She's some kind of predator.
I thought she was just like J.K. Simmons, but like a woman, like in Whiplash.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so when he does it, he's like a hard ass. She's a rapist. She's a female rapist. All right. Ana de Armas, blonde. It's called
a lot
Blonde.
of people are mad at that movie.
Why? Because Ana de Armas is hotter than them?
Because it has some kind of, it really, I guess it really fixates on Marilyn Monroe as...
it's the Monroe movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't show the pills getting shoved in her like a Pez dispenser by the Kennedy brothers?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm blanking on his name. The guy who made JFK.
Stone.
Oliver Stone should make a Marilyn Monroe movie.
Sure. It was just me. But he loves Kennedy.
Oh, right.
Don't forget your fallen king who fell over Marilyn Monroe's body after she died while he was inside her.
It would be a real power move, though, to make a movie about the JFK assassination, all conspiratorial, and then make a movie about Marilyn Monroe and how JFK killed her.
I love it.
You'd be undeniable after that. No, Oliver Stone has to do it. We can't do it.
Well, pitch it to Oliver Stone.
Yeah, okay.
Or his son. Or his weird son. Daddy, can I stay up a little longer? No, Jasper, I'm sorry. Let's see. We got Michelle. We got Andrea Riseborough and To Leslie. I know that. Is that a movie about Leslie Jones? Dear Leslie Jones.
I don't know what the fuck
I didn't like
is.
Ghostbusters that much. Michelle Williams in The Fableman. This Fableman is supposed to be real nostalgic. Real kids with cameras making movies. It's supposed to be good Spielberg, which I don't think exists anymore, but I'll check it out. We probably should have watched some of these so we could have given our input. I'll lie and say I watched it.
Should we watch all
the
these?
The Fableman stinks. I saw it.
Should we watch all of these before the Oscars?
We can try, but we're not really go-getters. Michelle Yeoh and Everything. So she's the main one from Everything Everywhere All at Once. She was fine. Like I thought she was good. Like people talk about her like she was it was like some transformative experience. Whatever. I didn't get it. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe it's like a 3D, one of those 3D paintings, but not for me. Not for me and John Whale. We can't see it. Our eyelids are too fat. Actress in a supporting role. We got Angela Bassett in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I did not see that. She's good. I like her. I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I like Jamie Lee Curtis and Everything All at Once, and I didn't like her in that. I'm saying I like Jamie Lee Curtis. Didn't love her for this movie she's nominated in. So whatever. Hong Chow in The Whale. Is that his ex-wife?
That's his nurse. I think she plays.
Okay. Kerry Condon in The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, I think Hong Chow is who was in the menu.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah.
Why, she should win for The Menu, but I'll give it to her for The Whale. Are you right?
I hope so.
Yeah,
yeah, she is.
Okay, good. Thank God. And Stephanie Sue for Everything All at Once. She's the daughter, I guess. I don't know. Wait. Okay, yeah. We're not going to go through all of these. So those are the main two. And then we got the directors. We'll do directors, and then we'll do Best Picture. And then we'll get out of this miserable topic. The Banshees of Inisherin for directing. Everything All at Once. The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg. I should list their names. Martin McDonagh. Martin McDonagh sounds like he's like a mainstream country pop act. Doesn't sound like a real. He's an Irish guy, I think. I don't know why I'm making fun of his name. Todd Field for Tar, the movie you accused Cate Blanchett of being a sex predator for. The Triangle of Sadness. We saw that. I hated that.
Terrible.
I thought that was a real dumb movie. Thought it was smart, but it wasn't. Or maybe I'm not smart.
No,
it's terrible.
No, it's dumb. Like that movie's dumb. People's standards for satire have gotten really low.
Yeah, it's just, satire now is just mentioning TikTok. Well, I'm on TikTok. Well, this is really a tale of our time. This is network, basically. This is a modern day network. Oh, look at my followers on TikTok. Our relationship's not in where it needs to be. Fucking goddamn, might as well be Dog Day Afternoon. As for Best Picture, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Snorefest. It would be a Snorefest if it wasn't so goddamn loud. And I don't mean the bullets. Ah, my friend got shot getting the goose. Shouldn't have stolen the goose.
Yeah, don't steal people's geese.
It's like, I don't know what you like. If you're trying to make a movie about how like World War I, which World War, all joking aside, World War I is like one of the most like crazy things you can imagine. Just like, it's just Zeppelins launching bombs that are just fire, basically. It's trenches. You're in a trench. It's all
just a meat grinder of technology nobody was prepared for.
It was the technology hadn't caught up with each other. So you have like these guns that can like shoot machine guns, but like no one had changed their strategies. So people are getting, it's a lawnmower of men. They should have called the movie that.
Did you think they should have called the book that too?
Lawnmower of men, yeah. And where it beat Lawnmower Man to the punch. But then you have at the end, I don't want to spoil alert, but I mean, hey, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen All's Quiet on the Western Front and you want to, here's your spoiler alert. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the guy gets shot in the end for stealing a goose right before the war ends. It's like, what are you trying to say there?
Yeah, I mean,
what are you trying to say about war? The war is like the most horrific, and you show it pretty well, I guess, except for all the whinging. But I mean, you have the trenches, you have the men on fire, you have the the Scooby-Doo aspect to it, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
so the main guy got in the final battle that they weren't supposed to have.
Right.
And then but his friend gets shot after they gleefully. Maybe the book sells it more that had just how hungry they were or something. But in the movie, it really looks like they're just gleefully
go to Burger King
stealing this German farmer's goose.
They really thought
or
they
French,
could just.
I don't know.
They really thought they could push that guy around.
Yeah.
And he said, "Nah, I'm basically Ja Morant over here."
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second.
And they did too good of a job establishing. Or maybe the farmer actor did almost too good of a job, because you just see the disgust in his eyes of just like, I'm a poor fellow, you're stealing my geese, you pieces of shit, you invading pieces of shit, and you're totally on his side.
You know how that movie should have ended if you wanted to feel bad?
What?
They die in the battle.
Yeah.
They rolled over by a tank. Something crazy. You know, a tank rolls over a trench, and this guy's skull is just inside the wheel. Something just disgusting, and blood's everywhere. He's going, I wish I was dancing. He's confused. He's losing a lot of blood. I wish I was a dancer. Maybe he wanted to be a dancer. Something like that. Not stealing a goose. You ruin the whole thing. Anyway, next movie. Let's see. We have Avatar: The Way of Water. Didn't see it. I'm sure it's terrible. I'm sure it looks like technically good, but like also bad. I'll stand by that. The Banshees of Inisherin. Good movie. Mm-hmm. Elvis. Baz Luhrmann. Looks crazy as shit. Oh, Baz Luhrmann did it?
Yeah.
That means it's really crazy. Everything All at Once. That's probably going to win. I don't know why. The Fablemans. Spielberg, so I don't like it. Tar. The sex offender movie, according to Lucie. Top Gun Maverick's nominated.
Woo.
Give us the Top Gun Maverick. That movie, like, didn't that movie save Hollywood? Didn't, like, Spielberg? No, seriously, I think Spielberg, like, thanked Tom Cruise for saving Hollywood. I heard that quote.
Yeah, that should get it.
Yeah. Triangle of Sadness and Woman Talk. How did the menu get nothing and Triangle of Sadness got all this crap? And Women Talk. What is Women Talking?
I want to see Women Talking. It's about them.
I see it every day.
The Women Talking, it's about the ghost. I think they called them, this is going to sound weird, but I'm pretty sure what they called them was the ghost rapes that happened.
Everything with you and these ghosts and these.
And it was in this Mennonite community. Mm-hmm. Where basically, like, en masse, like, the women and girls of the community were, like, drugged and raped.
By ghosts?
By men from the community in the night.
Oh, they weren't ghosts.
They weren't ghosts.
But they wore, like, little sheets? Was it just a clan?
They didn't dress up as ghosts.
Wait, was it the clan? And they were just like, I think it was ghosts. And it was like, no, that's not what ghosts, that was a clan.
No, yeah, well, they didn't remember it at first.
Oh.
So it was this gradual realization about what was happening to them, which is kind of like getting raped by a ghost.
This seems like Women Talking shouldn't be the title then. Doesn't seem like an appropriate title.
Let me guess. Yeah. Ghost rape.
I mean, look, that is rape. No, I wouldn't call it that. That sounds like Ghost Dad. It reminds you of Cosby, and it sounds exploitative.
It reminds you of Cosby.
Well, he was in Ghost Dad.
Oh, he was in a movie called Ghost Dad?
Oh, you never saw Ghost Dad?
No.
Oh, I doubt it holds up. I don't think I even enjoyed it when I saw it. But, yeah. I would not call it Ghost Rape. I would call it Rape by a Ghost. Rape or, something. I mean, give it like, I mean, honestly, Women Talking, you know what you're saying when you say Women Talking.
Well, I think it's supposed to be.
It sounds like that song from that band that got banned from SNL.
Well, I think it's supposed to be a bit of a.
Women always yakety yakking.
What, fear?
I think fear, yeah.
It's supposed to be.
The mouth don't stop.
It's supposed to play into that dialectic, I think.
Okay.
You either hear women talking and think, oh, maybe they're discussing something important, or you hear women talking and you think that they should
fried green tomatoes,
that they shouldn't be, and that they should have their right to vote taken away.
It just sounds like Fried Green Tomatoes Part 2.
What?
I mean, I'm just like a bunch of women or the Yaya Pants sisterhood or whatever. I'm just saying, I respect women enough to not think it's novel that women talk.
That's fair.
Yeah, you'll see a movie called Men Talking. That's just every movie. Anyway, so that's our Oscar picks. Did we make any? Yeah, we did, right? What do you want for Best Picture? Women Talking?
No, I want Top Gun at the moment, based on what I've seen, I would like Top Gun Maverick, but maybe Women Talking if it's good. And if you ever watch it with me.
Oh, I said I would watch it with you. Do you want me to go find a DVD of it and bring it to you?
No, we have one.
Okay? We'll watch it. Okay. You're not gonna get me this way. She's always trying to cancel me. This Lucie. We'll watch Women Talking tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, that's not true. We brought him up, and I don't necessarily want to talk about this, but it's kind of I have to because I wear this hat, this Memphis Grizzlies basketball boy hat, and I'm not full disclosure, not a particular fan of the Memphis Grizzlies. I was putting an outfit together, which I rarely do. Yeah, I like them enough. I don't hate the Memphis Grizzlies, but but whatever. I wear this hat, so and that's Ja Morant's team. Ja Morant is in trouble. He has been caught at the club. We'll bring this up with a gun. He posted himself. He outed himself on IG Live, I guess it is. Let's bring this up. This is him dancing on the club. You can't really see. He
just seems to be.
He's singing, right? Yeah, he's singing along to the rap. He seems very happy.
And he's holding up a little gun.
I don't know if they're gonna. I'll mute this because I don't know if they're gonna.
It could be a big gun. I mean, aren't basketball players' hands pretty big?
I think it's well. Look, I mean, he sure.
It could be bigger than it looks.
This is him dance. You see him dancing. He's just having fun with his friends. He's pumping. I didn't see his video until today, right? And I heard he was like waving a gun around the club. I thought it was like I thought he was a school shooter or something. That looks pretty happy to me. I mean, call me crazy.
Yeah, he's kind of has like a silly a silly look on his face.
Look at it, and look at this. Look at what we're looking at here. Look at this. Look, he's got a little gun here.
He's holding it up like a kid's like first fish that they caught.
Right? Yeah, he's very happy, and people are acting like. I mean, he's been suspended indefinitely from the NBA. People are acting like he is committed some kind of atrocity here. I'll bring up. This is a clip I saw of Jalen Rose talking about it. Let's see.
How to change the dynamic. I am Ja Morant. Like, you guys have got a chance to see me grow up for public consumption since 1991. And I've been involved in drug raids. I've survived assassination attempts. I've been that undisciplined young person that was trying to figure out how to be famous, how to be successful, and how to change the dynamics.
I don't want to make fun of Jalen Rose here, but it sounds, I mean, I guess people try to assassinate him. I don't know. I never heard that before, but I'm glad he made it out of the assassination attempts. I'm not making light of it.
Yeah.
They're implying that he's like that that Ja Morant, though, is just like, everyone's talking about how he's trying to act hood. He's not hood. I saw some British, I think The Guardian or some of the British thing was like, LeBron James says something about Ja Morant. He has a rougher background. I don't think LeBron James grew up, as toting guns either. It seems people are, and some people, are saying that this is a racist double standard because there's a lot. This is a gun-loving country, right? Mm-hmm. We love our guns. I mean, not me and you per se. I love guns. I think they're great. You are.
No, I think I'm. Well, actually, what were you gonna say? I mean, I was like, what is the perception of me?
I mean, I feel like people think that you would like to have a gun, but that you would shoot the mailman.
That's probably true. I mean, I'd shoot myself. I not intentionally,
right?
But I just shoot
clumsily.
Myself. Yeah,
that's why I don't give you a gun.
I'd shoot myself through the wrist.
That's why I've never given you a gun for Christmas, through the wrist. How would that work?
I don't know. I just feel like I'd be trying to load it, and it was like I'd get it loaded, but then I'd be trying to figure it out.
You have the barrel rested on your wrist while you load it and just shoots right into it. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, yeah.
It's but in principle, I don't mind the idea of people owning them.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't think it's a racist double standard. I think the problem is if we go back to this picture, look how small this gun is. It's too goddamn small.
It's very small.
Ja Morant, you're a big man. You're an NBA star. I mean, this guy's a very good NBA player. He won Most Improved. I think he was Rookie of the Year. He's gonna be a star. He already is, but he's gonna be he'll probably win championships if it works out. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but whatever. You can't have a gun that small. That's not what people love. Now, if we go, I want to show you some other examples of people with guns. Ted Nugent, look at this. Look how big those guns are. People love this guy.
Yeah.
People go, has he ever had one hit in the radio? I don't even think so. What I mean, I every time I think I know a Ted Nugent song, it's a Steve Miller song. Jungle Love, Steve Miller. What's some other Steve Miller songs?
Stuck in the Middle with You?
Sometimes I think that's Ted Nugent. It's not. All right, so
isn't Ted Nugent more of like a shredder? Like, doesn't he shred?
I couldn't tell you because they don't play it on the radio, and I've never bought one of his albums. But he's got two big assault rifles here. I think they're assault rifles. Don't at me.
Yeah.
I'm not a gunsmith. Then we have here. Look at Madonna.
Ooh.
Well, there's an article about this. We'll get this in a second. Look how big her gun is. She's holding like a huge, like Magnum revolver.
I didn't know Madonna was into guns.
Well, there's a thing here. We'll get into in a second. One more. We'll have an article about Madonna. Now, Billy Crystal here. Look how small his gun is.
Yeah, tiny.
And he hasn't worked in years. I mean, he was great when Harry Met Sally. He was great in City Slickers. And then this happens. Someone catches him with his handgun, his tiny little snub-nosed hand. No one likes it.
Isn't that from a movie though?
No, I got it from the New York Times, I think. That's a real picture. Anyway, point is, people like big guns. That's why Billy Crystal can't work anymore. Now, we have this. This is Madonna flaunted pistols and AK-47s. This is an old article. Just hours after the Colorado shooting. I had no idea about this. But she's got, and she's never, I mean, now what people give her grief for?
What?
A swollen face from Botox.
That's true, yeah.
But she can carry,
that face, oof, that is something to look at, though.
I mean, look, she's Madonna. Let her be. She made that song like a prayer. I love that song. And I can feel you. Right?
Yeah. It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Like a Virgin is good.
I think it's a little crass.
Papa Don't Preach.
Papa Don't Preach, because I'm not a preacher. Papa, yeah. Hey, Mickey, hey, Mickey, right? Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. I'm Madonna, blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Whatever. She carries a big freaking gun, all right? I mean...
People always talk about Madonna like she's a very important artist. Do you think she's important?
I think look, I mean, if we're going to talk about... I mean, if Michael Jackson is, I think she is. I don't think he's better.
Yeah, I guess she is. She's important to pop in that way.
Look, pop and... I mean, all of Motown's pop, right? It was at the time, right? And that's all relevant.
Cyndi Lauper is way better than Madonna. IMO.
What, the girl who did...
Time After Time. Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Those are good songs. Girl, I'm pretty sure one of those was written by Prince, though, so whatever.
True Colors.
All right. I mean, that's 3 songs, but Madonna's got at least 3 hits. The singer traditionally uses pistols and AK-47. Keep in mind, this is 2012. I never knew this before. The singer traditionally uses pistols and AK-47 and assault rifles as part of her MDNA tour. I guess Madonna. I missed this era of Madonna, but was asked by officials to refrain from using the fake firearms during her show at Edinburgh's Murray. So the Scottish didn't like it. The Scots were like, hey, it's a bit much, Madonna. But America was all about it.
Well, if this white lady can do it, I was going to say maybe there's an argument that it's like it's in a crowded club, it's dangerous. But if she can do it on stage... Well, he can do it in the club.
I mean, the argument I think is a role model.
Nobody got hurt, right?
Look, they can enforce. He's indefinitely suspended. At least 2. They said at least 2 games. Now it's indefinite, benched or whatever. Like people will say, well, the NBA has these clauses. He makes a lot of money. All right, well, the NBA can do what it wants to police its own image, but you're not gonna get me outraged. I mean, he's setting an example for kids. You're supposed to pick your friends to elevate you out of the... I don't even know if he's from the... You know what? I don't go around figuring out if people are from the hood or not. That's not my place. Hey, is this guy really from the hood or is he faking it? I don't know. Is he even saying that or is he just dancing with a gun? I don't know. But my point is, how the hell are we giving this guy grief for having this gun? And I'll say it again. I will say it again. Let's bring this back up. That gun's too small. Ja Morant, I'm talking to the camera now. Get a bigger gun. Will I get in trouble for that?
I feel like that this should be considered better role model behavior because no kid really wants to imitate this.
Right, he's dangling around like it's a lollipop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his hand's not even on the trigger. He's just kind of like he's waving it around like it's like
Like that's just more of a sincere, like, hey, check out my gun.
Right.
You know, it's like he's not putting on the affect of like I'm a badass.
Yeah, he really is. He really is holding it like like it's a new Pokemon card he got. Charizard! I got Charizard. How? I mean, just give the guy a ban. But stop. Look, you got to ban him for a couple of. Look, when the Malice in the Palace happened, they had to give those guys suspensions, right? Because you can't allow these like people to just be hitting the fans, even if they deserved it. But you know, but I'm not gonna sit there and say Ron Artest is a maniac. I mean, he might be, but you know, not because of that. You disagree? You think?
I don't think they should even suspend him.
You think they should let him make him an honorary cop?
Yeah.
Honestly, why not let these guys?
Yeah, make him do some propaganda if you want to punish him.
Oh yeah, like he gets to go and like ride a horse on the border with a lasso.
Yeah.
Is that propaganda? I don't know.
I don't know. He's got to be in an episode of Yellowstone.
Oh, that could work. I wonder if he's a good actor. Is that show any good?
I have no idea. I have no idea what it's about. I don't even know if it's about cops.
I think it's about ranchers or something. In the Old West or the modern days. I don't know. I know there's a whatever. We'll move on. Ja Morant, hopes and wishes to you. Is that the expression? Thoughts and prayers? Hopes and wishes? That's when someone dies.
Love and prayers.
Hopes and wishes. That's my thing.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. No, he's alive. Don't be. We're not. No. Don't put that into the ether.
No.
Okay, so now we're getting to the marquee segment that of the day.
Ooh.
We have here our Dictator tier list. Now you see a lot of these tier lists online for action figures or albums, perhaps marbles if you're into that. We're doing it with Dictators here. Now we're gonna be right. Lucie was a little concerned because how do you rank? These are the worst people who've ever lived, or some of them, right? Some of the worst people. Some of these people on this list are definitely the worst people ever lived. And you were concerned that people would think that we're promoting if we put like Hitler at the top. Are we saying Hitler's good? No, it's.
Or are we somehow? I don't know. Are we somehow playing towards the ones that we put lower? I don't know.
Most evil is at S. I toyed with the idea of making the D the where like those guys go, but you said no because you thought I was watering myself down, and you want to see me canceled. So we're gonna make S, but we're not. It's not an endorsement. It's the worst.
Yeah.
S. The top.
Or most alarming. You can go by the color.
I don't know about alarming. I wouldn't call these guys alarming. They've passed that threshold, centuries ago. Some of them. So let's rattle off what we have. We have Adolf Hitler. We'll see where he lands. Who's this guy? Oh, Augustus Pinochet. We have Augustus Caesar. This is Mussolini. This is Fidel Castro. Who's that? Genghis Khan. And this is Ivan the Terrible. Julius Caesar. That's the Korean guy. Was it Kim Il-sung?
Kim Il-sung.
Kim Il-sung. We have Noriega, Mao, Gaddafi, Napoleon, Pol Pot, Saddam, Stalin, Lenin, Putin, and Vlad the Impaler. Okay. So let's start with, what do we know about Vlad? Are we sure this is Vlad the Impaler? Yeah, that's Vlad. I confuse him with Ivan the Terrible.
Do you know anything about Vlad?
I do not. That's why I put Wikipedia right on another tab. Let's look up Vlad the Impaler.
He's a hero of Romania.
So maybe he's not.
He's called the hero of Romania.
Is he a dictator?
I don't know.
Let's look him up. Isn't that where Andrew Tate is?
Yeah.
So everything's kind of upside down over there, maybe. But
it's it's also where Andrew Tate got arrested.
Right. You know, if it's so, you know.
Vlad the Impaler may have laid down the foundation for laws that arrested Andrew Tate.
We're not trying to get into a beef with the tater tots. So, you know, and Romania seems like a lovely country. He's considered one of the most important rulers in Wallachian history. I don't know what Wallachian is, but cool. And the national hero of Romania. I think he's the inspiration for Dracula. He was the second son of Vlad Dracul. No, seriously.
Really?
I think so. There's a lot to read here. Vlad and his young... What did they do? The Ottoman Sultan ordered Vlad to pay homage and personally, but Vlad had the Sultan's 2 envoys captured and impaled. So he impaled people, but I don't know if he impaled random people. He attacked Ottoman territory, massacring tens of thousands of Turks.
A lot of horrible dictators didn't necessarily kill random people.
Well, no, like look, I mean,
engineered.
Look. When I say random people, I mean like I don't think the quote unquote the Jews is specific enough to not be random. I mean, it's I'm saying it's as bad as being random. It's like you're killing mercilessly.
It's worse than being random.
Well, I guess it is targeted, but my point is when I say random, I mean like innocent, like people who didn't screw you over.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean like. Well, he just goes from he goes to the red house and the blue house. It doesn't make any sense. I don't captured and visa. You know what? We don't know much about him. What happened here?
We don't know much about him, so we're gonna assume he's innocent.
We're gonna put him a D because I'm not sure if he's even a dictator per se. And I hope he didn't murder millions of people. But there's just too much of that Wikipedia to go through right now. Next up, and we can adjust these as we go. You know, we don't have to stick to what we can kind of move people up and down as we rank other people. We're gonna go with Julius Caesar. Now, Julius Caesar was a Roman noble from the first century. Like he straddled the last century in first century BC, last century BC, first century AD. He was kind of like Tom Cruise in that way, straddled the century. You know, didn't do as much as Augustus Caesar. Didn't have as far of a spread. But he did take over, Rome, on the back of killing 1 million Gauls. You know what Gauls are?
This is the French.
The French. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was people who live in France now, genetically or whatever, but the people who were in France, he killed 1 million of them. And that's how he made his bones. And he took that juice he got from killing those 1 million Gauls, and he marched into Rome. He crossed the river Rubicon, and he made himself dictator, Tyrannus, or whatever. I don't know if it was Tyrannus, but dictator, and then they killed him like pretty soon after.
Right.
I forget exactly how long it lasted, but it was a relatively short period of time. Brutus and all those guys were like, yeah, let's get this guy. Let's give him a little stabby.
I heard a story about him recently.
About Julius Caesar?
About him getting kidnapped by pirates.
Yeah, that happened.
When he was younger.
Well,
he somehow negotiated his release from the pirates.
That's true. I read that in Suetonius, the Life of the 12 Caesars.
Ooh la la.
He also had a great quote. Well, this stuff, who knows what this stuff is, Suetonius, we didn't make footnotes, really, this guy. He's a one-name guy like Seal, or Madonna. But whatever. The point is, he had this other thing, this quote, where Julius Caesar saw the statue of Alexander the Great, who he didn't put in the list, but whatever. He only shaped the Western world. Why would we put him on this list? He saw a statue of Alexander the Great, and he conquered the world by the time he was 30. And I'm 30. I didn't do shit. Look, this is I don't, who can know what's true, but if you read.
Yeah, how does he know that?
I don't know. He probably told someone. Like, if you go, you do this, you believe nothing. How did Jesus eat the water? Or the snails, or whatever Jesus ate. The bread, the cheese, whatever Jesus did, we don't know what he did.
I feel like historians were just gossips back then.
They might very well be, but it's a very nice quote because it's inspiring. Because he's like, what do I do? And Caesar kind of conquered, not as big as Alexander the Great, but he conquered the world.
Yeah.
Or part of it.
It's a story with a lot of, significance.
I'm going to put, for now, Julius Caesar into of evil Ooh, let's say B. And we can move him up.
Yeah, because did you say how many Gauls he killed?
A million.
A million?
A million Gauls.
Wait, really?
But we have a lot of people who kill a lot of people here.
I gotta say, back then, killing a million Gauls, you had to do that pretty brutally.
Well, but there was no CNN, so everyone did brutal stuff.
Yeah, but like, there's
I'm not saying to appease him. I'm just saying like a lot of these guys.
I'm just saying there's no shooting a Gaul in the head.
No.
At that point,
no. I guess they not that. Well, an arrow maybe.
Shooting a Gaul with an arrow, you could do.
This is your like version of like Plato's the.
I was saying the suffering factor of a million Gauls.
This is your version of Aristotle's ethics. Like, well, not with a gun, but with an arrow. An arrow's okay.
I think you should go an A.
All right, we'll put him in A. A million is a lot, but we'll see. If we get a bunch of people with millions, we gotta knock them down, which we might. We'll see. Next up, we'll skip, or should we go straight to Augustus?
Let's go to Augustus.
Well, Augustus was his nephew. There's a bunch of civil wars in between, but basically, he killed a lot of people too, but in wars. I don't think he murdered, like, genocided people. I'm sure, look, he
killed Mark Antony and Cleopatra, right?
Well, yeah, I think, what's his name? Agrippa really did. The general. But yeah, he was in charge. He ordered it.
I don't like that he killed those.
They were rats.
I don't like that he killed those young lovers.
Mark Antony fled to Egypt like a rat.
It was so romantic.
It wasn't romantic. She had Caesar's kid. She had Julius Caesar's kid. I think Augustus might have had him murdered.
Are you saying Cleopatra was a hoe?
A little bit. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, what did he do? Did
he turned it into an empire. That's why it's the Roman Empire, not the Roman Republic.
Yeah, but did he really hurt it? Did he really?
Look, he wasn't.
Did he do genocides or anything?
What's my thing? I don't doubt that he killed pockets of people, if they were in his way. But he wasn't. He was seen as like he brought about the Pax Romana,
right?
Which is for Roman peace. I don't think the Africans who were under the boot called it the Pax Romana. But whatever.
And he built a bunch of institutions of learning and stuff.
Yeah, right? He improved. There was a lot of corruption. Yeah. He improved it. He's basically the guy who started the empire, and it worked until he died, and then everyone got worse year by year after. His stepson was Tiberius. If you listen to Tacitus, that guy was having sex with infants, but that guy also didn't whatever. Point is, and then he had Caligula. We all know Caligula. Nero. Claudius was fine. So, we'll put him on C tier for now. Maybe D. We don't know if Vlad the Impaler even did anything. I'm not sure why I put him on this list. Then we have, let's see, Napoleon. Where do you put Napoleon? Napoleon, was he that brutal? He conquered a lot of shit, but that was back when people just marched around in formations, right?
I think he kind of is behind certain. I'm definitely whitewashing him. I'm no doubt that I'm whitewashing him here, but I think he is behind certain egalitarian principles in terms of social origins of certain meritocracy.
He invented the meritocracy?
Well, he was using a meritocratic system at a time where a lot of people were still just relying on bloodlines to form leadership and stuff.
Oh, so I always wondered about that. I thought he just died before they could do that. I thought he got I thought he just didn't. So he wouldn't. His son wouldn't have been in charge. Is what you're saying?
Well, his son may have been in charge.
Okay, I think it was.
I don't know if it was that pure of a meritocracy.
Oh, okay.
But
fair. Oh, but there was no noble estates. He invaded Russia, but he got lost. I don't think it counts, right?
Yeah, outside of war, which is brutal, obviously, but it's I don't know.
I'm gonna put him in B tier.
Yeah.
Because look, so far we have Vlad the Impaler, and look, this might be the biggest screw up mess.
I wish Kubrick had gotten to make that Napoleon movie, and then we know more about Napoleon.
It's the only way we would, because I'm not reading a book. By our own ignorance and stupidity, we don't know if Vlad the Impaler even belongs here. So D tier has become his own little world, I think. unless we find some other great person on this list. Or no, he's great. Again, this might look terrible when people come to us and go, "Oh, he killed 6 million little girls." I go, "I didn't know." But so Augustus is on C. Look, none of these guys are people you want to date your son or daughter or bring you the mail. These are all brutal men at their best. Even Vlad, even though we don't, I know that much. He's the Impaler. We'll put him on C since he did some good stuff. And Napoleon's B because I just feel like he's just more of a weasel than Augustus, probably. Right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I just feel like Napoleon was like a weird creep. No one likes Napoleon.
Yeah, look, that's as good a reason as any at this point.
Look, what we got here? We got Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un? He's the guy who started the North Korea thing. Right?
Kim Il-sung.
Kim Il-sung. This guy, you know much about him?
I know some stuff about him. Gucci, I think, was his philosophy.
What,
I think that's
handbags?
It was like Juche. It was like, the tenets of basically a partially like religious based communism, where he was the religious figure.
Okay, cult of personality is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, cult of personality. He is, but also like in a eternal life sense on some level. Like,
why is he?
He's called like the eternal leader of North Korea.
I'm looking up Kim Il-sung, and all I'm finding is a North Korean rower.
Il with an IL.
Oh, okay. Kim Il-sung. So it doesn't say anything about making handbags, but let's see. President under his leadership, North Korea established a socialist state with a
yeah, there it is.
Oh, Juche. Oh, right, Juche. Oh, I don't think it's Gucci. It's just Juche. Short on Korean nationalism, stuff. Look, what he did was I don't know that he. I mean, is he responsible? I mean, here's the thing: does North Korea just have bad bad land? Because like they blame him for all these famines, but like maybe they just gave him.
Well, the initial famine was because the Soviet Union dissolved, I think, and they weren't getting
the aid. In the
90s. Yeah.
Oh, there wasn't a famine before that?
I don't know if there was a major famine before that. Like, I think the whole arduous march famine was because of the dissolution of the Soviet Union. I could be wrong about that though, but they stopped getting aid from.
Well, look, this guy
didn't exist.
North Korea he started the thing. I mean, they are mind control.
But obviously, I mean, yeah, he's a huge cultist.
Oh no, he's a big cultist. I know from I was watching something on C-SPAN like a year ago, and the level of prolificness, the brain, to call it brainwashing is dismissive, because these people, they're not getting it good, but they seem to really like it. Like apparently North Koreans like, I don't know about now, but for a long time, and maybe now still, they like it. Even though they shouldn't probably objectively, they like it. So we'll put him. But he's not building the plumbing like Augustus Caesar did, right, with the aqueducts. So we'll put him with Napoleon. I
think I would put him higher than Napoleon.
Really? You're gonna put him with Julius Caesar?
I mean, I don't know about him specifically, but obviously the handling of the famine, I think he doubled down on a lot of dictatorial policies. And also, it is just 1984 over there, so I feel like he's got to be a little bit high.
But what if they like it? All right, we'll put him, I don't know. This is not going to the UN, so we'll put him on A tier. It's fine. Now we have Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein was the leader of Iraq, if you forget. We toppled him after we armed him. He gassed Kurds, supposedly. He probably did, right? He invaded Kuwait. I don't think he killed that many people. His sons were brutal, though.
This was before Trump?
What?
This is before Trump?
Saddam Hussein.
But it was before Trump? Yes.
I
don't remember that.
Got me for a second. I'm gonna put him on the A tier because he's not responsible for that much actual deaths probably, like as far as like some of the bigger guys.
Well, he gassed the Kurds, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it was that many of them. I'm
Well,
saying
he gassed like a dozen.
there are
Kurds.
people who've killed like tens of millions of people on this list. We haven't gotten to them yet. We can't, like, not everyone goes on S. And but his sons did like would pick like rape brides on their wedding day. So that gets you an A. That gets you Julius Caesar and and Kim Un Sun. Next we have Gaddafi. I'm gonna put him on B.
Yeah, I think he probably belongs there. He might even belong on C, honestly.
If you watch Hypernormalization by Adam Curtis, you can find it on YouTube. Assuming that guy's not crazy as shit, but he makes a good case that Gaddafi, like, we made him into a villain, and he just went with it.
Yeah.
And he ended up going down, getting piped to the ass. Brutal way to go.
What did Hillary Clinton say about it?
Oh, we came, we saw, he died.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw some red meat here. Well, first we'll go to Lenin. Vladimir Ilyich. Is that what we're calling him? What you're a socialist. Tell us about Lenin.
He's a great man. No, I have no criticisms of Lenin.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll bring up the Wikipedia. I mean, I know who he is. I mean, like
did he really did he really orchestrate any of the kind of the mass arrests that filled the gulag initially? Like,
they really should list, like,
I don't think he did.
I think he was. I think he wasn't.
I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying.
I don't know. They really look the way they list these things, like born, died, resting place, political party. They really should put body counts.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
I think he's bad. Like, well, look. Here's the thing. He wasn't the guy who started a revolution.
Oh, look at how cute he is.
As a baby. I mean, he's kind of gross.
He's on the left. He's a standing baby. He's one of those standing.
I hate standing babies.
He's one of those babies who stands way before he looks like he should be standing.
I don't like it. I don't stand for it. Just for that, I'm putting him on A tier. That dumb baby picture. I don't like babies. Mussolini.
S.
S? What? I mean,
he created the framework of fascism that pervaded the entire 20th century.
Did he?
Yeah.
So Hitler just took his cues from Mussolini? I feel like it was the other way around.
To some extent, yeah.
How many years before Hitler did Mussolini come around?
I think Mussolini was the first one, the first real fascist dictator of the 20th century.
But that's like saying like Tarantino came out at the same time as Oliver Stone. Well, he didn't, but whatever. Like, and then you go, oh, they inspire each other. Like, like maybe later on, but like, like look, Paul Thomas, like Tarantino says he was inspired by P.T. Anderson's "There Will Be Blood" opening scene to make the opening scene in Inglourious Bastards. So maybe he took a few cues, but I feel like, Paul Thomas Anderson didn't like create Tarantino. In the same way, I don't think Mussolini created Hitler.
I don't think he created Hitler.
I don't think Hitler took his cues from him, but all right.
But I think a lot of fascist systems were influenced by Mussolini.
Fine. Which one? I mean,
all of them.
A bunch of failed ones, but okay.
In Spain. Oh, we should have had the
Franco.
Yeah, should have had Franco on here.
No one knows who Franco is. Fidel Castro.
D.
D.
I think D.
Let's put him C. No, we'll put him C.
Okay, C. Fine. Do you have an argument for why he should be?
Why he shouldn't even be on this list? Because that's what D is right now. D is like, we don't know what Vlad the Impaler was about. We know Castro was like,
he impaled people.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look, yes, but everyone impales people. So did FDR effectively. Not for FDR. FDR in his wheelchair just impaling people. No, Eisenhower I meant. We'll put him in C. Next to Augustus Caesar. I think people are going to be pretty upset to begin with that we're putting him next to Augustus Caesar.
Okay, all right, fair.
Noriega.
I don't know nothing about this guy.
Let's look at this. I know he was like there was the thing with he was the guy we were trying to put forward in the Contras. I forget. Who is Noriega? Wikipedia is useless. It's too objective for this. I need like a a website.
We really should have read some of these before we did this.
I thought I knew more about history.
Me too.
And, by the way, these pictures that I picked, I most of them I got from Wikipedia because I didn't want, like, whatever. And, like, this is the only guy who's got a mugshot for a Wikipedia picture. From, I guess, the U.S. Marshal Service. Panamanian dictator, military officer who was the de facto ruler of Panama from 83 to 89. Oh, he wasn't the Contras. Okay. An authoritarian ruler who amassed a personal fortune through drug trafficking. He had long-standing ties to U.S. intelligence agencies before the U.S. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. I'm sure he did some shit because the CIA doesn't make friends of, break dancers and candy stripers, if you get my drift. But then nonetheless, if I do feel like, we basically screwed him. We basically, like, used him and then, like, arrested him for the drug stuff just 'cause, So we'll put him on C. Right?
So far, only Vlad the Impaler.
We don't know anything about him. His Wikipedia page is very unclear. We don't have time to read it all. Okay. Genghis Khan.
Ooh.
Is he even a dictator or just a warlord? I mean, in fact, I
think he was still pretty rough after he took places over.
Yeah, I mean, he impaled babies, but to only make a point. Not because he wanted to eradicate babies, I think.
I think he goes S.
Yeah, no, he's got to go. I mean, they say 1 in 4 people have his DNA. That's epic. Is that the right word? Let's see. Is this Pol Pot? I don't know enough about Pol Pot.
I know it's a lot of bodies.
We'll put him A. What is he?
I don't know. No, I think maybe you should go S on body count alone.
All right, the Khmer Rouge are infamous, and we don't have a lot. We can't spend too long on this. Just a frame of reference. Like, do I have to explain why Hitler goes S?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Hitler goes S.
We don't need to explain why he's Hitler.
Yeah. Stalin goes S.
Stalin. Now he did. You do, but you like his picture when he was younger.
He was an attractive young man.
It's true, but still S, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so we have.
But he was also, I think, homeless when he was a young guy.
That's true.
So it probably smelled.
All right. Well, jeez. Wow. Shots fired at the homeless.
Well, just at Stalin. Just the ones that are mass murderers.
Okay, we have 4 more here. I'm going to breeze past that because I want homeless people to listen to this podcast. Well, they might. Don't laugh. They have phones, all of them.
I know. But it's just the fact that I need that demographic.
I think it's a good demographic. They don't have much to do all day.
That's true.
I mean, I guess homeless people work sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's a good show to listen to if you're on drugs.
You're saying homeless people are lazy?
No, I'm saying they're like they stay up all night on drugs. A lot of them. Or so, and look, I'm sure some of them, like, whatever.
You're being so much meaner to the homeless than I am.
I could see myself being one of them. So now we have Augustus Pinochet.
Pinochet threw communists out of helicopters. Lots of secret police. A tier probably.
I don't think he killed 6 million or 25 million people. We have Mao. Mao goes A, right? S.
Yeah.
I mean, Mao's killed like 50 million people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say. I mean, who knows? But
Mao's I see Mao making a comeback in popularity in the socialist circles.
Yeah, that's strange because a lot of people fucking died.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird.
They love all these guys in our S tier.
It's a pretty weird flex.
Yeah.
But he seems to he's he's definitely the person that young socialists try to whitewash the most. I mean, he's like, they connect him. I guess he had a pretty aggressive policy against landowners. So he comes up a lot when people are complaining about landlords.
Okay, well, he killed the landlords. Yeah, we also killed a lot of babies.
Yeah.
Probably. I think we have 2 more guys left. One of them, I think they're both Russian. One is Ivan the Terrible.
Ivan the Terrible, yeah.
Is he, what's his deal, do you know?
I don't know much about Ivan the Terrible.
Let's look him up.
He might be another Vlad the Impaler.
I'm sure Wikipedia
prejudging him by the name.
Wikipedia will be no help to us. Ivan the Terrible, 1530, was a Grand Prince of Moscow and the first Tsar of Russia. Ivan was the son of Vasil. Who cares? What did he do? Present disparate accounts of his complex personality. He was described as intelligent and devout, also prone to paranoia, rage, and episodic outbreaks of mental instability that increased with age. In one fit of anger, he murdered his eldest son and heir, Ivan Ivanovich, and might have caused the miscarriage of the latter's unborn child. All right, I got a solution. He killed his son, so we're not gonna put him next to this guy. We don't know what he did, so we'll put him on C. Right? I don't know what.
It just feels like you're trying to image rehab. Vlad the Impaler. Now.
I just don't know. I mean, like I was grasping at straws on his Wikipedia, but it didn't say that Vlad the Impaler killed his son. So it's like that. That's all I was looking for. This is not the Hague. All right. And now we have Vladimir Putin, all around bad guy in our opinion. Not someone we want to rule us. Dare I say?
No.
But he hasn't killed millions of people.
No, he hasn't.
I mean, everyone has just invaded someone.
I think that it's safe to put him at the C tier, probably.
C tier. I mean, Fidel. I gave you Fidel Castro. Like he didn't. Like he just kind of like took over his own country.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, B tier.
B tier. I feel like Putin. I mean, he is invading people.
No, he is.
Napoleon really belongs on. Why is Napoleon on B? I feel like Putin should be A. Or that's just his recency bias. I mean, is Putin any better than Saddam Hussein?
I think you're virtue signaling a little bit. I
think you're trying to get a job with the gas pole. Or whatever it's called. I mean, look at the people next. So, all right, you put them on C?
I guess
B.
I'm torn between B and A.
B and A. Let's put them on A. Just because we're you know why? I'll say this: we're alive to deal with his horse shit.
Yeah,
Julius,
that's true.
I don't like it. I don't like you invading people. I don't care how much the CIA goaded you. It doesn't mean you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like saying your son, your kid.
Hey, two wrongs don't make a right, Putin.
That's what I would say. Hey,
yeah.
Putin, be a bigger man. You get pumped down the C tier, maybe. Get out of Ukraine. Is that fair? I want to be fair to Putin.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think that's more than fair. A tier.
So there we go. So so we have.
And he's up there with Lenin. Maybe he'd like that.
We have Mussolini and Genghis Khan and Pol Pot and Hitler and Stalin and Mao in the A tier and the S tier. In the A tier, we have Julius Caesar. We have who's this again? Kim Il Sung. Yes.
Kim Il Sung. Yeah.
Saddam Hussein, Lenin, Pinochet. Why is Pinochet up here? He killed a lot of people.
Yeah, secret police.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Putin. And then we have Napoleon. I don't think Napoleon.
I mean, maybe you could put Pinochet on tier B, but I kind of feel like it's. I mean, maybe I'm just responding to my own biases.
I hope he doesn't pay the price for our oversight. But we have Gaddafi and Napoleon. I love how Napoleon's like, why the hell am I next to Gaddafi? Like I conquered a lot of shit. Gaddafi just had Libya.
I think probably Gaddafi should be on C, but I would put Pinochet on B and Gaddafi on C.
I think Augustus Caesar should be on C or B, right? Yeah, and then we'll put Gaddafi on C.
Yeah. Wait,
no. Oh, I forgot. These are better. Okay, we'll put. So wait, so now Augustus Caesar's like there with fucking Gaddafi? It doesn't make any sense.
And then I think Pinochet goes on B, I think. All
right. And then so that's your rankings. That take that to the bank. That was a lot of fun.
It's still crazy that Pinochet is with Napoleon.
I don't know. Whatever. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Look. I'm starting to. I feel bad that I made fun of homeless Stalin now.
Don't worry about it.
I only said it so that you wouldn't be jealous. I thought he was cute.
He's been dead for decades. It's fine. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this show, which I'm sure you do, because it's great, you should check out our Patreon at patreon.com/RayCump. You get an extra episode every week for only $5 a month. It's a nice deal. People like it. They love it. The episodes are great. So you get that. So do that if you want. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Have a great week.